Let's talk real quick, going back to Ohio State last Saturday. Again, tough day over there with the weather and a good opponent. Tough loss. We did, thought a little bit, but much better effort than the week before, just across the board as far as competing and doing some things a little bit more positively. We had 92 offensive plays, 442 yards, only 2 touchdowns. So that equates to basically for every 46 plays, we score a touchdown, which in your efficiency, you don't want. We didn't turn the ball over, so you don't have the negativity there, but you're moving the ball and not getting points. The field's 100 yards long. For every 221 yards, we score a touchdown. So we got to go up and down the field a couple times across that magic line. So, we had the ball in the first half at the 44, the 25, the 31. The last play of the half ends on the 19, is really on the 40-yard line. So 3 opportunities in the first half with nothing. All 5 opportunities in the second half. We go to the 9-yard line, get a holding penalty. All 6 opportunities. The 9, the 23, the 34, the 2, and then our 2 touchdowns at the end of the game. So we had some success moving it, but you got to score points, and we've always been, the only thing we've ever talked about other than W's is turnover ratio, what you're getting and giving up. We were +3 in turnover ratio, and the other thing we talk about is points scored and points given up. You can skew those stats, and hey, you have X percentage yards of this or that, and skew the yards. It's points. Points equate to W's, and possession of the ball equates to W's, and that's why we're on the wrong side of the ledger, is our inability to score. Running wasn't great. We had 162 yards rushing positive, but we had 40 negative yards, didn't have as much balance as you want, and I really think with the weather and in the scoring zone, our inability to stay on schedule at the 35 and the 25-yard line, where we got to some 3rd and longs and 3rd and unmanageables, hurt us. Defensively, played a lot harder. We got a lot to clean up, a lot to improve on. Like I say, we did cause 3 turnovers. We were led by Marcus Oliver with 7 tackles. True freshman, played well. Ralph Green had 4 tackles, a sack, caused fumble, 2 tackles for loss. I think he was recognized by the Big Ten as one of their, co-freshman defensive players of the week. And that's Ralph had played his best game the week before against Wisconsin. So to back it up, back-to-back weeks against a good opponent, back-to-back weeks against good line of scrimmage teams, because both of those teams have quality offensive linemen and pride themselves. So I think we can see that Ralph and Darius Latham, some of those young guys, are gaining on it. So happy for those 2 guys. One's a true freshman, Marcus, and Ralph's a redshirt guy. Special teams had a punt block, second one of the year. Snap pulled us left on our short side. We're kind of directionally kicking, and our timing placement scheme a little bit off, and they have a really nice player, makes a great block off the backside. It's a 14-0 game. I think 7:20, 7:30 left in the second quarter. That gave them a short field. I think they got the ball on the 8 or 9 yard line, a 2-play drive to score. So that was a big play and a negative for us. We missed 2 field goals. I actually thought Mitch hit them well. Watching it on tape, the first one is rock solid. It's cold, snowy. Both those kicks were in the weather was about as bad as it could be, and the wind was blowing pretty, crosswind across. And the first one he played, and the wind kind of pushed it right into the bar. When you watch it on tape, it's well hit. You can see the ball push and just hit it, and missed it and hit it well. Came back the next one and played for the wind to push it and didn't push it and just overplayed it. Another well hit, and I don't call it bad luck. He just hit 2 good kicks in tough situations and just barely missed it. No different when you got an open jumper and you take a good look and it hits the back of the rim. It's a good look, good swing, good shot, and doesn't go in. So got nothing against him. He's been a great player for us. We got nothing in returns. We really made no plays in the kicking game, and we had the 1 negative that hurt us. The players we recognized with winning championship performances on the offense, we had Colin Rohrig coming back off his back injury, really did well and battled hard. Shane Wynn was solid for us, competed and played well like he does a lot of times. And then Kofi Hughes stepped up and had a really strong game for us. Finished with 9 catches, I think, for right at 120 yards. Was also good without the ball, and we recognized Kofi Hughes as our player of the game. Defensively, our performances, Ralph Green, Marcus Oliver that I mentioned, also TJ Simmons, Mark Murphy, we thought showed up and played well for us. Our player of the game was Ralph. Like I said, he was recognized by the Big Ten. Special teams, we had no winning performances. We did have the 1 error, and again, snap placement, pulling us to the short side, and collage of things made that thing a block. We got to clean that up. We had no winning performances. Nothing other than that play was horrible, but no one really stuck out at what we call a high level. Our offensive scouts Billy Ivan, again, fourth-year guy, is doing a heck of a job for us, one of the best kids on our team, set to graduate this year, and he's been awesome every week and embraces his role. A down-the-line snapper for us in punt snapping and field goal snapping. A down-the-line O-lineman. It's been awesome. He's gotten that award about 4 times. Isaac Griffith also did a nice job for us. Actually kind of played a lot last week as our run-around quarterback. He plays receiver, but we used him. He played quarterback earlier in his career, and we used him some and really did a tremendous job for us in our prep. Defensive scouts, Michael Plogel, who plays on special teams, backup for us as our fullback, and Ben Bach. So that wraps up that one. And now, again, we're sitting here 4-7. Purdue coming up, rival game. And a lot of people say that, but we are blessed to have, as a team, a very strong rival, quality opponent, with fans that know each other and dislike each other in every sport. And you're very, very lucky when you have that. So for our seniors, sitting here 4-7, a chance to one, bucket week, senior week, have your best week. Got, again, 10 true seniors, and we'll have some fourth-year guys that I think are potentially on track. And in talking with them, I think some of these guys are going to graduate early that are kind of spot playing or not playing a lot that we'll recognize here as our seniors this week. But the real deal is an opportunity to play Purdue. I know this year, record-wise, you can say they're struggling if you look at their record, but when you look at them on tape, I know their coaches, know a lot of them well, have competed against them and respect them. You watch how they played here recently, again, last week. I mean, defensively flying around, offensively looked like we did several years ago with some young players, and they're getting better, competing. They had an opportunity last week to get a W, so I like the way their team's playing. I think it's going to be a challenge. Again, we're sitting here 4 wins, needing 5. We're not going to be a bowl team. We need to have success, have a great week, and put ourselves in position to have our best week of practice and our best play against our rival. And as much as anything, prepares coaches and prepares a total team to have a good week and wrap up a season where we've made some strides, but still cosmetically short where we want to be. We've made some strides, and we need to have a good week and finish this thing on a positive note. And again, a lot of seniors have done pretty daggone well for us, so we need to get those guys out here. But tough challenge. Rival challenge, and no matter where you are, you throw out the records and do all those coaching cliches. We need a great crowd here. Our students are on break this week. I know they're opening the dorms back. We need those guys here, and I think after being home all the way through Thanksgiving, they'll want to get back in here on Friday and get rolling. So we need a big crowd. Our alums here. It looks like the weather is going to cooperate, push into the upper 40s. I think we've got a little of this cold November nip out of the way, and we can get a little late push of good weather. And again, a chance. I know Big Ten Network a year ago went through rivals and rated the rivalries in the Big Ten, and the Oak and Bucket's the third one. For us, it's the game. And again, I don't do a lot talking about red letter games and circling games and goals, but when you're building your program, you want to have success against your rival. And so in our time, we've came up short, and we need to have a good week and play as well and give ourselves a chance to see if we can be in position to win the game this week.